Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you see in the thumbnail, what if Issei get his sacred gear from his clan before meeting Rias? Before I start, please do support for more awesome content, and subscribe my channel and like this video. Go support and follow the Untested Associate 24 for writing that awesome fanfic, and also make sure to comment on this story. Link in the description. Mari and Issei Hyoudou, the two eldest children of the Hyoudou clan, were extremely mistreated by their family. At birth they had been born with extremely low magic reserves, which made their parents, Mickey and Gora, disappointed at them from birth. A majority of Hyoudou clan looked down on them and mistreated them for not having a sacred gear or high enough magic reserves. The only person who didn't look down on them was their grandfather, Juzo Hyoudou, who was the head of the clan during their younger years. He'd protect them from their parents' mistreatment and care for them. Juzo was extremely disappointed with his family's treatment. Mickey, I can't believe that these two don't have any sacred gears. Gora, they are just a disappointment to the family. An oppressive pressure was soon above them as they looked and saw Juzo giving them a death glare that made them pale. Juzo, Mickey, Gora, that is what you think of your children just simply because they don't have sacred gears. Gora, father, you should understand, they'd be useless to the clan. Juzo's glare intensified as Gora flinched backwards in fear of his father's rage. Juzo, Gora, I'd better not hear of this nonsense again. The next time I guarantee that you won't be heir of the clan and you'll be begging on the streets. Are we clear? Gora, why yes father. Juzo, good. And Mickey, you best not forget that you're a Kishinami. I can revoke your rights here and you'll be begging in the streets, since I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want you back, correct? Mickey meekly and fearfully nodded. Juzo, so I better not see this again. Juzo took Issei and Mari to spend time with his young grandchildren as both Mickey and Gora looked at the pair in anger. Later Mickey and Gora would have twins, Dai Hyoudou and Aika Hyoudou. They were born with exceptionally high magic reserves and were found to be born with a sacred gear each. Dai wielded the sacred gear of the evil dragon, Krom Kruch, the crescent circle gauntlets, and Aika wielded the sacred gear of the strongest dragon queen, Tiamat, the chaos karma gear. Dai and Aika were a year younger than Issei and 3 years younger than Mari. Mari and Issei's lives were relatively mediocre, though the duo were extremely intelligent. Mari with an IQ of 85 and Issei had an IQ of 07. Their parents disregarded them in favor of the twins they had. 2 years after the birth of Dai and Aika, Juzo died suddenly, which meant that Gora took control of the clan as its new head. Issei's and Mari's lives got harder as their father assumed control of the clan from their late grandfather. As time went by and the children grew up, Dai and Aika were trained by the clan's strongest to home in on their strength through their magic and sacred gears. Mari and Issei were left on the sidelines to watch as their younger siblings were seen as the golden children and future of the clan. Mari's birthright as the heiress of the Hyoudou clan was taken away from her as soon as Juzo died and given to Dai. That represented the first direct violation of Juzo's wishes by the clan and one of many to come in the future. As Mari and Issei saw that their clan did not care for either of them, they took matters into their own hands and began training with each other in secret. Mari was the first of the duo to unlock a sacred gear. She found out that she had Telos Karma and Innovate Clear, the first direct case of a sacred gear wielder being born with two, and the two gears being of Longinus class at that. She was extremely happy and her brother wanted to show their parents, and probably then she'd get her heiress title back, but she stopped her brother from informing the rest of the clan. Ages: Mari is, Issei is 9, Dai and Aika are 8 at this time. Issei: Mari, you've got not one but 2 gears, we need to show everyone. Mari: I see, stop. Don't tell anyone. Issei looked bamboozled at his sister's decision and questioned her on it. Issei: Marine, why though? Why don't you want me to tell anyone? If we tell them, you'll get your title as heiress of the clan back. Mari: because I feel like I'd be used as a tool for the clan, and I'd be isolated from you. You'd be alone if we showed the clan, and I don't want that for you. I'd rather hide my gears and suffer with you than see you suffer alone. Issei: Marine. Mari pleaded with tears to her younger brother to not tell anyone. Mari: I see, please don't tell anyone. I don't want to lose you. We've already lost Ji-chan recently, and you saw how our lives got worse when he died. Irina was the only friend you had, and she took a liking to you. Whilst for me it was Claire. They both left now. We only have each other. Please don't tell anyone. I don't want to lose you, my little brother, please, please, please. Issei had tears trickling down his face seeing his beloved elder sister crying and begging him to not tell anyone about her gears as she didn't want to be separated from him. Issei: Marine, I won't tell anyone, I promise. I just wanted you to get your title back. Mari, I see, nothing is more important to me than you, not the title of heiress, not anything else, you hear me. Issei. Mari trained her sacred gears in secret using notes she copied from Gora's study, and she also copied notes to train magic and sense sacred gears with as well. She then sensed a sacred gear, though its power was extremely low frequency from her brother. She then helped her brother train to unlock his own sacred gear. After a few attempts at manifesting it, and failing, they finally managed to do it. Issei and Mari training together. Mari's training Issei to unlock his sacred gear. Mari, I see, just concentrate a bit more and you'll get there. Issei was attempting to manifest his sacred gear and was close to giving up. Issei, Marine, are you sure I have a sacred gear? I don't really feel like I have it. I feel like we're doing this for nothing. Mari, I see, trust me when I say you have a sacred gear. You just need to try again. It's there, just a bit more concentration and you'll unlock it. How if we try this again one more time and we finish up for the day? We shouldn't bring suspicions to ourselves. Issei, okay, Marine. Issei began concentrating further as he tried to manifest his sacred gear, and a red gauntlet with a green gem at its center appeared on Issei's left arm. So you're my new host. You're an interesting one. Issei was startled at hearing the new deeper voice as he nervously answered. Issei, I am who are you? I am Drag Y Gotch, the Welsh dragon of domination and the dragon sealed into your sacred gear. Its name is the boosted gear. I am the Red Dragon Emperor. You shouldn't be afraid, I won't harm you, partner. Issei, okay Drag, if I can call you that. Drag, that is fine with me. I see a lot of turmoil from you, Issei Hyoudou. Issei, yes, my sister and I have been seen as useless individuals by my family. Why is that? Drag, it looks like they care more about status and power than family bonds. I believe I can talk to you outside the mindscape. You should get up, your sister is getting worried for you. Issei, oh okay. Issei got up as Mari hugged him tightly with a face of tears as he'd been knocked out. Mari, I see, I was worried when you weren't responding. Issei, I'm fine Marine. You were right, I have a sacred gear. Issei manifested the boosted gear on his left hand as Mari had a look of shock that was plastered on her face. Mari, that's the boosted gear I see. Issei, yes it is. Drag, greetings elder sister of my partner, my name is Drag Y Gotch. I'm the Welsh dragon of domination and the soul sealed in the boosted gear. Mari, it's an honor to meet and speak with you Drag. Drag, I see from my partner's memories that you two have been helping each other train since your family has been good for nothing, and this simply because they couldn't detect your gears from birth or any high magic reserves. Am I correct? Mari, yes that's true Drag. Issei, Drag, how couldn't they detect mine or Marine's sacred gears? Marine's especially since she has two which are of Longinus class. Drag, that would be down to the fact that there might have been more roadblocks for the clan to detect them from you, such as a higher seal level. So they automatically assumed that she didn't have any gear. The same is true for you partner. Mari, that's interesting. Issei, I think we should get back before they notice we're missing. Mari, hold on, if you host Drag. I could host Tiamat, this will end with a massive problem. Drag, your younger sister hosts Tiamat, this will end up being a massive problem. Issei, how so? Mari, I read Tiamat has a massive hatred for Drag, and ever since she was sealed in a sacred gear during the Great War, she used her hosts as a vessel to hunt Drag's hosts. Issei, you don't mean that she'll use Aika to hunt me, will she? The Welsh dragon chimed in with his own thoughts as he warned Issei and Mari. Drag, she will use your younger sister to hunt you partner. She'll stop at nothing to get to me, even killing you is a high probability. Mari, you have to protect your brother at all costs. Tiamat doesn't care for family links, and will even possess her hosts to get what she wants if it means killing my hosts. You'll have to hide my sacred gear to keep him safe. Mari, okay Drag. Drag, I've seen how you've refused to show your family your sacred gears and I agree with your reasoning. Looking at your family, they'd use you as a tool to gain more traction. Whilst I see why your brother wanted you to show them, so you could get your title as heiress of the clan back. Mari, Issei had good intentions for why he wanted me to show them my gear, but I couldn't afford being separated from Issei. And with the way Dai and Aika are acting, telling our parents that Issei is a pervert at school, it's making things worse. Issei, Marine, what's going to happen now if Aika is going to hunt me? Drag, you'll have to hide me from your family, same way you hid Telos Karma and Innovate Clear from them. You should put an emphasis on making sure that not a sliver of my energy is detected to keep your brother safe. Mari, I'll do so Drag. Mari then placed a concealment spell to hide the boosted gear's energy signature to prevent anyone from finding out that Issei was the Red Dragon Emperor and to prevent any sort of confrontation between Aika and Issei, which was bound to end in a fatal encounter for either sibling. The duo continued their training together in secret whilst hiding the secret of their sacred gears. Issei and Mari knew that they couldn't even count on help from the Kishinami clan since the clan had banished their mother when she made her intentions clear of marrying into the Hyoudou clan. They grew stronger together as their training advanced further, eventually unlocking some of their hereditary magic, which was water magic. Since they couldn't ask anyone about it, Mari snooped through their father's office yet again and found out that the water magic was a hereditary magic from the Hyoudou family. In middle school, Mari was 2 years ahead of Issei and 3 ahead of Dai and Aika. Whilst they were not as intelligent as their older brother or sister, they were amongst the top performers in their grade. Issei was often the top student in his grade but was overshadowed by his parents' devoted attention to Dai and Aika. Mari also suffered the same as both elder siblings were neglected by their parents. For the younger, more gifted twins, eventually rumors started spreading at school of Issei being a pervert. When rumors of a pervert started spreading within the school, Issei was accused by his younger siblings of being a pervert who peeked at the female students at school. The rumors were fabricated by Dai and propagated by several students, which included Yui Kates, Kori Murayama, and even Aika Hyoudou. Issei did not get why he was severely hated by his siblings, but they hated him, and they hated their elder sister Mari as well. Mari could only console her little brother as the rumors spread, as she couldn't do anything whilst already being in her first year of high school at 5. Issei was, and Dai and Aika were. Issei was severely punished at home each time a call came in about his supposed perversion, as he became isolated and depressed from the constant punishment from rumors which were unfounded. Issei would consistently cry on his sister's shoulder at the end of every single day after being punished. Mari, don't worry, I see. Everything will be alright. Mari Hyoudou, Issei, Mari nay, how I'm not the pervert that's peeking on the girls, but I've been framed for it. The worst part is when I ask for someone to defend me, they refuse, saying I want to take advantage of them. I've got no friends at school. They all refuse to be friends with me because of the rumors. They say and question how someone like me is related to Dai and Aika. What did I even do to deserve this? Not even our family believes me. Whenever a call from school comes in, and there's a complaint about me, I'm not given the chance to defend myself. It's straight to detention with me. Then when I get home, I am punished more, without being given the chance to defend myself. Mari, it'll be alright, I see, it'll be alright. Dai, how's our resident pervert doing? Marine. Aika, another call just came in, someone's in trouble. Aika Hyoudou. Issei hid his face in Mari's chest as he cried silently as she tried to comfort and silence him. She gave a stern glare to her younger siblings which scared them for a moment before having prideful looks on their faces. Mari, why aren't you helping him? He's your older brother. Dai, and have our reputations ruined by associating with the school pervert? I don't think so. Aika, it's so obviously him. Why is it his name that comes up all the time? We won't put ourselves at risk defending a degenerate like him. He's a failure and disgrace to the clan. Dai, a disgrace just like you. Marine. Issei ran away from Mari's grip as he ran deeper into the Hyoudou clan compound's grounds. Mari, I see, you see what you did. Dai, not our problem. Tell him once you find him that he's going to be punished by mom and dad. Marine. Dai and Aika left as Mari went to look for Issei. As she left the foyer of the house within the compound, she ran deeper into the compound to look for Issei. Dai and Aika conversed secretly between each other. Dai, sooner rather than later, he'll be expelled from the clan. Aika, when he goes, Marine follows. Those two are disgraces to the clan. No sacred gear or any magic reserves. Do they expect us to protect them? Dai, that's a stupid expectation. Come on, let's head on for more training to get stronger. Mari ran through the compound as she saw a breach within the compound walls, which she snuck out of and went looking for Issei. She ended up finding him under a tree. Hearing his choked sobs broke her heart as her little brother was at his limit. Mari, I see. Issei, go away. I don't want to see anyone. Mari, I see, it's just me. Issei, I don't want to see anyone. No one believes me. Why? What was my crime? Was it being born? Issei was screaming in anger and sadness, which upset Mari. Mari, I see, I know you're hurting. Trust me, I am too. But you can't let your emotions take control of you. Issei, Marine, ever since we were both young, We were looked down by the family for what that they didn't detect any sacred gears from us. They saw that we have weak magic reserves. What makes us different from them that we wouldn't be able to attain magic like them. They don't even hide their favoritism. We're supposed to rot in the dirt. Mari, I see, I'm just as upset as you are about this, but I've got a plan. We can execute it later. Issei, what is it? Mari, we leave, since we're not valued by the clan. Let's leave and live our own lives away from them. We can continue training our sacred gears in secrecy and grow stronger. Issei looked at Mari with a shocked face as he was incredibly shocked by what his older sister was saying. Issei, Marine, how? Mari, the money I've made from buying minor stocks and working that part-time job has accumulated to an amount that we can leave and start afresh away from the clan. They are going to expel us anyway, so why wait? We can leave Ko, start afresh elsewhere like Osaka or Tokyo. Issei, but what about school? Mari, I already got our transcripts, I hid them. Just trust me on this. I see. We leave at the latter hours of the night. Issei, the clan won't look for us. Mari, they wouldn't. They've shown that they don't care about you unless you've got something you can give them for prestige. The Kishinami don't even care about us, so they wouldn't worry about us. Issei looked up at Mari, who held an honest smile on her face as she gave her younger brother her hand to get up. Mari, come on, little Juzo. Issei, Marine, I told you not to call me that. Issei pouted at Mari's teasing as she chuckled a bit. Issei took Mari's hand as he got up from his position under the tree and they began to walk away. As they did so, a person who was a spy for the Kishinami clan overheard them and decided to follow the duo. Issei and Mari walked together hand in hand, as Issei held Mari's forearm as how they would walk when they were younger. As they approached the compound, the spy decided to turn back to inform the Kishinami clan of what's going on with the Hyoudou clan. As the duo were about to return to the clan compound, they felt a strong force pulling them down as they held on to one another. The spy heard their screaming and watched from a distance. Issei, Marine, what's happening? Mari, I don't know, but this looks like a portal. Hold my hand. I see. Mari and Issei disappeared from sight as the spy was shocked at what was happening. He wondered where the children went. Kishinami's spy, Lord Kaji and Lady Haruka, need to know of this. The spy discreetly walked away as he went to report to the Kishinami clan of what's happening in the Hyoudou clan. Scene change, unknown location, 8 o'clock. At an unknown location, a golden-yellow portal opened and from it dropped Issei and Mari. The sibling duo were knocked out cold. As they landed hard, a brown-haired, blue-eyed girl saw the brief light from a distance and thought to investigate. Is something the matter, Your Highness? Yes, there was a distinct light in the forest over there. I believe we should investigate what's going on. Your Highness, you'd be late for council meeting with the Emperor and the Elder Council. Let's first see what's happening over there. Anything else can be seen later. I'll explain to my father and the council. Uncle Draco, is it possible to investigate now? Draco, yes, it's possible, but we'd be late. Juniper, Draco Arc Supreme General of the Imperial Arcadian Military. Juniper, it's fine, Uncle. I'll explain to father and the council why we were late. Someone might be there and possibly hurt. Someone might be there and possibly hurt. Juniper Arc, Princess of Arcadia. Draco, all right then, investigate the forest. Guard, yes, Supreme General. Investigate what's happening in the forest. Guards, sir. The guards went into the forest to investigate what was happening in there. They covered a fair bit of area before one of the guards found something. Guard, Your Highness, Supreme General, we found something. People are here. Draco, let me see them. The young girl was led to where the light originated and found Issei and Mari lying against a tree. Juniper, who are they? Guard, I don't know, Your Highness, but their IDs are not of Arcadian origin. Issei and Mari began to regain consciousness as they saw several people surrounding them armed with weapons. Issei, Hha, what's going on? Draco, you there? Who are you? What are you doing here? Are you an outsider? Juniper, Uncle Draco, don't be so harsh. Draco, Juniper, until they are confirmed to not be outsiders, they will be considered as such. Issei, outsider, what do you mean? Are we not in Japan? Draco, this is not the Japan you speak of. Mari, where are we? Juniper, you are in the Empire of Arcadia. I am Juniper Arc, Princess of Arcadia. The man with me is my Uncle Draco, the Supreme General of the Imperial Arcadian Military. Mari, Arcadia, I've never heard of that place anywhere on Earth. Draco, Earth. Mari, ye? Mari and Issei went unconscious again as they lied by the tree. Juniper looked at them, and was confused, then looked at her Uncle Draco, who was also confused, as she thought they were outsiders, but she realized that they weren't of Arcadia or even their world at all but of Earth. Her uncle had his doubts about them. She then checked their pulses and saw that they were extremely weak, and told Draco the same thing. Guard, Your Highness, Supreme General, what do we do? Draco, get them to a medical facility. Their pulses are weak and they must be dehydrated. They aren't of remnant at all. Any documents you can find on them, keep them quarantined. Inform me when they've woken up. Guard, yes sir. Juniper, isn't that too extreme, Uncle Draco? They aren't outsiders, they just said they are from Earth. Draco, until we can confirm their story, we cannot take any chances with them. They just suddenly appeared in the forest in a flash of light. The council will also have to be informed about this as well. Juniper, okay Uncle Draco. Scene change: Kishinami Clan Estate, Greater Tokyo, 8 o'clock. In the Greater Tokyo metropolitan area, another major clan made their home there. This was the Kishinami clan. It was the clan that could rival the Hyoudou clan in power and influence. The former leader of the clan, Kaji Kishinami, was Juzo Hyoudou's direct rival, and the pair of them hated each other. So far to the point that Miki did the unthinkable and crossed over from the Kishinami clan to the Hyoudou clan to marry its heir, Goro Hyoudou. She was expelled from the clan and had most of her memories about the clan, including extremely sensitive information, erased. She began to hate her clan. Now, in the office of the head of the clan, the current head of the clan, Haruka Kishinami, was seated with her father Kaji Kishinami as their spies were giving them reports regarding any occurring events in Japan. Kaji, so is that all? Kaji Kishinami, maternal grandfather of Hakuno and Jin Kishinami and Issei, Mari, Dai and Aika Hyoudou, father of Miki Hyoudou and Haruka Kishinami. Kishinami spy, and no sir, my lady. Haruka, if there is anything else, speak of it. Haruka Kishinami, daughter of Kaji Kishinami, younger sister of Miki Hyoudou, and of Mari Issei, Dai and Aika Hyoudou, and mother of Hakuno and Jin Kishinami. Haruka Kishinami, daughter of Kaji Kishinami, younger sister of Miki Hyoudou, and of Mari Issei, Dai and Aika Hyoudou, and mother of Hakuno and Jin Kishinami. Kishinami spy, it's actually regarding the Hyoudou clan. Kaji looked up in interest at what's happening in the opposing clans, since he knew things were different ever since his rival and hated enemy Juzo died. Kaji, what is it? Kishinami spy, it's regarding the two eldest children, Mari and Issei. The clan was planning on exiling the pair of them due to not possessing any sacred gear or having magic reserves of their own right. Haruka, father, aren't they? Kaji, Miki's eldest children, yes, they are. Isn't she supposed to be against this? Kishinami spy, apparently, she doesn't care what happens to them, and she only cares about the twins that are younger than them, Dai and Aika. I overheard them talking about it. They were clearly mistreated in the family, and were making plans to leave the clan to relocate elsewhere. Haruka, relocate Mari's 5 and Issei is. How will they do that? Kishinam spy, apparently Mari had been investing money in minor stocks, and she'd been working part-time to do so. Especially since her status as heiress was taken from her. Kaji and Haruka both looked shocked at what they were hearing. Haruka, father. Kaji, I know what you're thinking, Haruka. Is there anything else? Kishinami spy, yes sir. Both Mari and Issei had been training together in secret, and as it turns out, they both possess sacred gears and they are of the Longinus class. Mari is a dual Longinus class gear wielder, as she has Telos Karma and Innovate Clear, whilst Issei hosts one of the twin sky dragons, as he is the Red Dragon Emperor. Kaji looked bamboozled. Haruka had a shocked face. Haruka, when do they plan to leave? We can take them in, since the Hyoudou might see them as tools if they find their gears. The spy looked at them with a solemn look on his face, which told them that he was about to deliver bad news. Kishinami spy, they had planned to leave this evening and move to a larger city such as here or Osaka. But as they were heading back to the compound, they disappeared as they stepped on some portal and they vanished from sight. I know full well that it wasn't an intentional activation of a portal of their own. They are gone, to where, I do not know. Kaji had a solemn look on his face as Haruka had her face down as she dismissed the spy, leaving the father-daughter duo alone. Haruka, Dad, they are gone. Kaji, I'll coordinate search teams to look for them. Haruka, we shouldn't have redirected our anger on Miki onto them. Now they wouldn't even see us as family at all. Kaji, we have to report this to the Shinto Trinity. I'm pretty sure they'll assist us. Kaji pinched his face in anger at himself as he allowed his anger to his daughter or former daughter's betrayal to go towards his grandchildren as well, and they've gone missing. Scene change: Arc Council Chamber, Arcadia, 0:0. The Arc Council was currently in session as the person leading the session was the current Emperor of Arcadia, Liam Arc, who was a pale blonde-haired man with white dragon scales and dragon horns, as he also had light gray eyes. The Arc Council was currently in session as the person leading the session was the current Emperor of Arcadia, Liam Arc, who was a pale blonde-haired man with white dragon scales and dragon horns, as he also had light gray eyes. He wore a white shirt and a brown coat along with brown pants and brown shoes. Liam, and that should be everything correct. Draco, not really Liam. Liam, what's the matter? Draco, it's part of the reason why Juniper and I were late. As we were about to depart for the meeting, we saw a flash of light in the forest, so we resolved to investigate it. Liam, what did you find? Juniper, we found 2 people in the forest, father. Male and female, they are not of Arcadian origin. Issei then chimed in as Juniper was talking. Issei was a lady of middle age with blue hair which reached down to her neck. She also had hollow eyes. She wore a dark and light blue dress with a cloth-like mask held on her forehead. She is the wife of Liam Arc and current Empress of Arcadia and former Queen of the Elven Nation of Arcadia. Issei, are they from the 4 Kingdoms? Draco, apparently not. Before they fell unconscious again, they said that they are from Japan on Earth. Though I am skeptical of that. Liam, is there anything else you've found out? Juniper, not really, they only told us their names, which are Mari and Issei. They are related, that I can discern from how similar they looked. Uncle Draco had ordered the soldiers to keep them under watch if they found any identification documents on them to quarantine them. Draco, they are currently in hospital since when we found them. Their pulses were extremely weak and they were dehydrated. Liam, I see then, do keep an eye on them. Inform me when they wake up. Juniper, father, there was also a semblance of draconic energy coming from the boy, whose name is Issei. Liam, really? Draco, yes, which is confusing since we know they are human. Liam, alright, I understand, just keep watch on them and when they wake up we'll question them. Just don't keep them separated. If they are siblings, it's likely they'll need each other if they are not of Remnation origin. Draco, understood Emperor. Scene change. Next day, Arcadian Hospital 08:5. The next day, Issei and Mari were asleep at a hospital after passing out the previous day following stepping on a teleportation circle. Issei was the first to regain consciousness, as he saw a nurse working on his foredrip to help with his dehydration. Nurse, oh, you're awake. Issei nodded meekly as he looked around at his surroundings, and saw that he was in hospital. Issei, where's my sister? Nurse, oh, she's right over there. Issei looked at Mari, who was still asleep. Issei, what happened? Nurse, what's the last thing you remember? Issei, I remember I was walking with my sister back home when we stepped on something. It looked like a teleportation circle and I blacked out from there. Next thing I remember was being questioned for a minute before everything went dark. May I ask who brought us here? Nurse, oh, you were brought by some of our soldiers. They brought you here at the request of the Supreme General and Princess of Arcadia. Issei, Arcadia, that's where we are. Nurse, yes. Excuse me, I need to inform the princess of your awakening. The nurse left the room as Issei slumped in his bed, wondering what was going on before Mari regained consciousness in her own right. As she looked around, she then saw her little brother who was slumped in his bed. Mari, I see. Issei, Marine, you're awake, you okay? Mari, yes, I am, little brother, what of you? Issei, yeah, I'm fine. Mari, do you know where we are? Issei, apparently we're in Arcadia, though I've never heard of this place on Earth. Mari, yeah, unless we aren't on Earth. Yes, you aren't on Earth. Both siblings were startled by the new voice in the room. My apologies for scaring you. Mari, it's alright. May I know your names? Mari, my name is Hyoudou Mari. Issei, my name is Hyoudou Issei. You're related. Issei, yes, Mari is my older sister by 2 years. I see, allow me to introduce myself. I am Liam Arc, the Emperor of Arcadia. With me is my wife Issei Arc, the Empress of Arcadia. Both siblings wanted to bow to the duo, but Issei stopped them from doing so. Issei, please don't bow. I understand you must be confused about your situation after my daughter and brother-in-law found you in the forest yesterday. If you have any questions, we'll answer them to the best of our abilities. Mari, may we ask your majesties, where is Arcadia? Liam, you can just call us Liam and Issei in private. There's no need for formalities. As for where Arcadia is, it's on the planet Remnant. Issei, we aren't on Earth anymore. Issei, that's where you are from. Issei, yes, that's where we're from, more specifically the country of Japan. Liam, I see, I heard that you suddenly appeared in Arcadia last night. With a bright flash in the forest. Mari, we can't remember much, but the last thing we remember is walking home, when a force suddenly pulled us down, and we got teleported here. Issei, I understand. Issei, may I ask if there is no way for us to get back home to Earth? Liam and Issei gave each other conflicted looks before Liam explained to the sibling duo. Liam, the problem with that is there is no way we can send you home without specifically knowing which Earth you are talking about. We know of multiple Earths, so it may take us a long time to locate your Earth. Issei and Mari had frightened looks on their faces as Issei had a few tears come down his face. Mari got off her bed and went to comfort her little brother. Issei, what we can do is help you settle in Arcadia until we can find your Earth. Is that okay with you? Mari answered for the pair of them as she agreed to Issei's proposal. Mari, that's fine. Thank you. Liam, I also have a question for you. My daughter Juniper sensed a semblance of draconic energy from your brother. Issei and Mari looked at each other, as Issei nodded, to which Mari began explaining. Issei is the host of the Red Dragon Emperor, who is one of the twin sky dragons. He is also known as the Welsh Dragon of Domination, or the Heavenly Dragon of Domination named Drag Y Gotch. His soul is sealed in the boosted gear, which is a sacred gear. The boosted gear appeared on Issei's left arm as Drag introduced himself to the Arcadian Emperor and Empress. Drag, greetings, Emperor and Empress of Arcadia. I am Drag Y Gotch, the Welsh Dragon of Domination and partner of Issei Hyoudou. Issei, it's a pleasure to meet you, Drag. Drag, the same can be said, Empress Issei. It's also nice to meet a fellow dragon in you, Emperor Liam. Liam was surprised Drag could discern his race from the gear. Mari and Issei were also surprised that Liam was a dragon. Liam, you knew I was a dragon. Drag, that I did. Issei and Mari are not far enough in their magic that they can discern illusion barriers as of yet, but I can do so as before I was killed I was one of the top 0 strongest beings in the world. Liam, I see. Liam relieved the illusion barrier to show his and Issei true forms. Liam, my apologies for hiding our true forms, it's just we didn't want to scare you, considering you are in a new area after all. Mari, it's alright. Liam. Juniper, wearing casual clothing, then came into the room where she saw her father and mother talking to Issei. Issei, Junie, you're here. Juniper, Mom, Dad. Hello again, Issei. Mari, I'm happy to see you better. Mari, of course, Princess Juniper, thank you for helping us. Juniper, please just call me Juniper. Formalities are a bit overrated with me. Liam, Juniper, I trust you can show them around and help them settle in Arcadia, correct? Juniper, of course, Dad. Liam, though I do have a question. Mari, yes. Liam, what are sacred gears? Mari, from what I remember, sacred gears are artifacts from God, which are given to humans so that they are able to defend themselves and fight for humanity. Only humans are eligible to get a sacred gear since supernatural beings have a lot of advantages compared to normal human beings. There are several classes to sacred gears, with the Longinus class being the highest and strongest. That's where Issei's gear belongs. Juniper, Mari, do you have a sacred gear? Mari looked at Issei as he nodded in agreement to reveal her sacred gears. Mari, yes, I do. Mine are Telos, Karma, and Innovate Clear. They are also both of Longinus class. Mari showed the 3 arcs her sacred gears, to which they nodded, and then Liam spoke up. Liam, Issei, Mari, I'll leave you in the hands of Juniper. I'm pretty sure you'll be discharged soon. Issei, of course, sir, ma'am, thank you for your help. Issei, it was no trouble. Liam and Issei left the hospital as Juniper stayed behind with Mari and Issei, with them signing their discharge forms. Scene change, Arcadia City, Arcadia 5. Afterwards they left the hospital and Juniper showed them around. Juniper, Issei, Mari, Arcadia is a large federated empire comprising many different continents. If you want to be exact, 5 whose lands get up to 50 billion kilometers at best, compared to the kingdoms who can get up to 0.00000 kilometers. Both siblings looked shocked at the number Juniper gave them as she giggled a bit at their shock. Mari, I'm sorry, what 50 billion? Are you sure it's not million though? That may be too much as well. Juniper, yes, not a million, but billion. Issei, wow, that's 0 times the length from the furthest planet in our solar system, Neptune, to the Sun. Mari, add another 500 million kilometers and it shows how big the length is. Juniper, yep, it's just that big. So in Arcadia, each continent is governed by many different nations. The main one being us, the Arcadians, taking up the most land, around 8 of the 5 continents. The main continents are governed by the arcs. In essence, they rule and guide the nation with its duties with other royal families, as well as assuring them. Those families also hold high power equal to the arcs. Issei, Arcadia acts as a decentralized federal republic but with a royal twist on it. Am I correct in that judgment? Juniper, yes, that's true. Issei. Soon I will succeed my father and become Empress of Arcadia. Mari, it seems like a lot, Your Future Majesty. Juniper giggled at Mari's impliance of what's going to happen in future. Juniper, yup, correct on that, Mari. The trio kept on walking as Issei and Mari were amazed by the city and how futuristic it looked. Issei, this city is what you'd see as future concepts of cities back home. Juniper, really? Issei, yup. Also, Arcadia would be dissimilar to Japan in terms of its setup as a nation. Juniper, how so? Issei, Japan is essentially a decentralized democratic constitutional monarchy. Its system is basically people elect the ones who they want to represent them in government. There are political parties involved. The monarchy, which is headed by the emperor, has a non-political role and is above politics. The same is said for the imperial family as a whole. The emperor has ceremonial powers. The actual powers are held by the democratically elected government. Juniper, Japan's system is really interesting. Democracy combined with a monarchy. Mari, some countries on Earth have that system. Japan and the United Kingdom are some of the most famous examples. Juniper, alright then, how if I tell you about the nations within Arcadia? Mari, alright, let's hear it. Juniper, in Arcadia, there are also other places such as Grimm, Faunus, Undead, Dragon, Elves, Dwarves, Fairy, Middle-earth who have their own nation and govern their own lands and are their own specific nation. I can assume you know most of them, correct? Issei, yes, but I am confused about Grimm and Faunus. What are they? Juniper, okay, Grimm are beings of darkness that are sentient which roam the world. And before you ask your question, no, they aren't going to kill us. They aren't like the ones in the Four Kingdoms. Faunus are beings that have animal traits. It can range from having a cat's ears to a dog's tail, or a monkey's tail. Issei, that's a large amount of diversity. Though I do have a question. Juniper, what's the matter? Mari, considering that amount of diversity, it's beautiful. But don't you worry about racism and discrimination. Juniper, Arcadia has laws set up which frown upon discrimination and racism. Anyone found to contravene these laws will be punished severely. Mari, that's good to hear. Juniper, I take it back home. Racism is still prevalent. Mari, whilst there has been great strides in rooting out racism and all forms of discrimination, it still occurs. People can be discriminated against based on race, skin color, language, heritage, income class. The list is endless. I just hope that home will take lessons from Arcadia about how to deal with it. Juniper nodded as she continued with the tour through the city. Juniper, on your left, you'll see the Arc Mansion. It's where I and my family reside as the Imperial family. Issei, wow, that's a big mansion. Juniper, alright, how if I show you where you'll reside? Mari, of course. Scene change apartment complex, Arcadia City, Arcadia 00. Juniper led Mari to the apartment complex where they'd be residing. She led them up to their new home. It was a cozy, warm bedroom apartment with bathrooms, a spacious kitchen and large living room with a large panoramic view of the city skyline from the balcony. It was a cozy, warm bedroom apartment with bathrooms, a spacious kitchen and large living room with a large panoramic view of the city skyline from the balcony. Juniper, this is where you'll live. These are the key cards you'll need to access the apartment. Mari, you'll keep the spare card as the oldest. Issei pouted cutely at the subtle dig from Juniper as both girls giggled to themselves. Juniper, wow, he's so cute when pouting. Mari, Afufa, I see. What's wrong? Issei, nothing. Juniper, also, do you have any identification documents on you so you can be registered with the government as citizens? Mari and Issei handed Juniper their ID documents, which she took out of their storage space. As she did so, their transcripts fell out as well. Mari, oh, I'm sorry about that. Juniper, no, it's okay. Juniper went to pick up the papers, as did Issei at the same time. As they did, they tried pick them up quickly. Juniper, here you go. Issei, thank you, Juniper. Juniper, wait, are these your transcripts? Mari, yes they are. We were preparing to transfer schools when we got teleported here. Juniper, how about when I come back tomorrow, I can show you the schools that are here in Arcadia and you'll take your pick with which schools you want to go to. Mari, of course, thank you. Both Issei and Mari bowed in gratitude to Juniper. Juniper, I told you, there's no need to bow. Issei, sorry, it's just a custom back home. Old habits will die hard. Juniper, oh okay. Do you also have any communication devices as well? Mari, we have our cell phones with us. Juniper, can I have them? I can get you scrolls, with all the data on your phones transferred as well into them, so there's no need to worry as well. Mari, thanks Juniper. Juniper, no worries. I'll leave you to settle in. See you tomorrow. Issei, Of course, Juniper. Thank you for your and your family's help. Juniper, it's alright, see you tomorrow. Juniper left the siblings as they went about seeing their apartment after picking their bedrooms. Mari went into the kitchen as she thought of making dinner. Mari, alright, let's work on getting dinner ready. There are a lot of ingredients. Let's see what I've got to work with here. I see, mind if you put the transcripts in my bedroom? My bedroom is the one last before the corner in the hallway. Issei, alright Marine. Issei took the transcripts to Mari's bedroom as she had a moment of contemplation to herself. Mari, it may have been a surprise for us to be teleported here, but I'm hopeful that we'll have a better life than we did in Ko and Kyoto. After all, we've been seen as tools by the clan. Hopefully Issei will make friends here, unlike back home. Issei had returned from the bedroom as he saw Mari staring into space, to which he shook his sister back to consciousness. Issei, Marine, are you okay? Mari, oh yeah, I'm fine Issei, don't worry, just thinking about our new life here and how it compares to being home, though it's been a day. Issei, Mari, let's get dinner started. Issei, sure. Scene change, Arc Mansion, Arcadia City, 6 o'clock. Juniper returned home as she went to her parents' office where Issei and Liam were busy with imperial paperwork to give them an update on settling in Issei and Mari. She entered the office where she found both of them. Juniper, Mom, Dad, I'm back. Liam, Junie, how are they settling in? Juniper, they'll be alright. I just got their phones and ID documents so I can get them scrolls and register and naturalize them as citizens. Issei, that's good to hear. Suddenly, Juniper's younger sister, Artemis, came into the room as she wondered where she'd been. Artemis, big sister Junie, where have you been? Juniper, Artie, I've been showing some people around the city. They are new to Arcadia after arriving yesterday. Artemis, are they your friends? When can I meet them? Juniper, slow down Artie, you'll meet them. They just need time to settle. Okay. Artemis, okay. Wait, where are they from if they are new to Arcadia? Juniper, they are from a different planet called Earth. So I've been helping them get used to things here. How about we have some snacks? Artemis, okay, hopefully Angel, Arthur, Lupin, Galeth, Elizabeth, Julius and Jean are free as well. Artemis dragged Juniper away as Liam and Issei laughed at her predicament. Issei, looks like Artie really wants everyone together for this one. Liam, yup, that's true. Let's finish up so we can join them as well. Next day, Hyoudou apartment, Arcadia City, Arcadia, 7 o'clock. In their new apartment in Arcadia City, Issei and Mari were asleep in their bedrooms as the sunlight broke through their bedrooms, which got into Issei's eyes as he started to stir in bed. Drake, partner, wake up. Issei, Drake, why did you do that? Drake, sleeping in isn't going to get things done around. Remember, the princess is coming soon as well to show you the schools in Arcadia. So it's best if you get ready now. Issei, alright, fine. I'll wake up. Drake, do know that on some nights I'll pull you into your mindscape so I can train you there as well. Issei, understood. Drake. Issei woke up and freshened up quickly so he could get started on breakfast. He wore white jeans, a red shirt and black sneakers. As he left his room, he tried to listen and hear if Mari was still asleep or not. When he confirms that his older sister was still asleep, he went to the kitchen to get started on breakfast. As he prepared some eggs, toast, bacon and coffee for his sister, Mari woke up to the smell of breakfast being prepared, and she quickly jumped out of bed and went to the kitchen. While she knew her brother could cook, she preferred to make breakfast for the pair of them. Issei, and there we go. She's gonna love this. Drake, making breakfast for your sister, partner. Issei, yes Drake, Marine has been the one to take care of me and protect me when our parents didn't do so. She essentially became my parent. She's been my parent and older sister at the same time. So I just want to treat her to breakfast. We're also starting a new life in Arcadia, so I want her to be happy as well and not always have to worry about me and how I'm doing or feeling. I don't wish to be a burden to her. I've been one for long enough now. Drake, that's a nice thing to hear, partner. Most of my former hosts simply abandon or blatantly forget they have families. Simply getting big heads because of my power and dying as a result. I hope you keep your current path and take care of your sister as she'd done so for you. Issei, that I will. Drake. As Issei was cooking, he heard sobbing, so he turned off the stove and went to the source, which was Mari, who was crying hearing his words. Issei, Marine, why are you crying? Mari, I see you dummy, you were never a burden to me. Why do you think that way? Issei held Mari in a hug as he talked to her whilst trying to stifle her sobs. Issei, Marine, you have bent over backwards just to ensure that I was alright. You were essentially both my parent and older sister at the same time. That is something which I can never repay to you, for what you've done for me. That's why I want you to live a relaxed life here. Let's go and have you sit down, wipe those tears, they shouldn't be on your face. Mari, okay, I see. But please don't call yourself a burden to me, you aren't a burden. You're my beloved little brother, okay. Issei, okay Marine, let's sit down and eat breakfast, okay. Mari, okay, I see. Mari sat down at the head of the table as Issei brought her breakfast to her. Issei, oh, you're sitting at the head of the table, I acknowledge you, Mari. Let me throw one into the sky. Mari, getting the reference Issei was bringing up, was quick to shut it down out of embarrassment. Mari, shut it, I see, sit down and let's eat. Issei grabbed his plate of breakfast and cup of coffee, and they shared their breakfast. Mari, this is great, I see. Thank you for the breakfast. Issei, you're welcome, Marine. The sibling duo ate and finished their breakfast as Issei took the dishes and washed them whilst Mari went to freshen up and change out of her sleeping attire. As he finished up the dishes and cleaned up the living room and dusted up whilst opening the windows, a knock sounded from the door, so he went to answer the door. Juniper, good morning, Issei. Issei, morning, Juniper. Juniper, I hope I'm not too early or interrupting your breakfast. Issei, oh no, I was just dusting up and opening the windows. Come in, please. Juniper, thank you. Where's Mari? Issei, oh, she's freshening up and changing. She'll be done soon unless she takes extremely long to do so, which is a usual occurrence for her. Mari, I heard that. Juniper giggled at the duo's banter as she sat down. Mari came from the bedroom freshened up wearing a black jeans, white shirt and white sneakers. Mari, good morning, Juniper. Juniper, good morning, Mari, I hope you slept well. Mari, that we did. Juniper, I've got your scrolls here and identification documents. You're registered as Arcadian citizens. Juniper handed Issei and Mari their scrolls and ID documents. Issei, thank you, Juniper. Juniper, all the data on your phones, including photos, music, devices, files and contacts have been transferred, so there's no need to worry about anything lost. Mari, oh, while this scroll operates like a regular smartphone, it's just more advanced. Juniper, alright then, let me tell you about the schools we have here in Arcadia, then you can choose which one you wish to go to. On Earth-DxD, Amaterasu's Palace, Kyoto, Japan 00. At Amaterasu's Palace, the leaders of the principal clans along with the heirs of those clans with the Hyoudou and Kishinami clans were summoned by the Shinto goddess of the sun. The reason for the meeting was unknown to everyone excluding Amaterasu's and the Kishinami clan, who were the ones to request for Amaterasu to call the meeting. All the leaders and heirs/heiresses of the clans were seated in the meeting chambers and were waiting for Amaterasu. As they did so, several clan heads and heirs were raised eyebrows on the absence of Mari Hyoudou and Issei Hyoudou, since as they knew it, she was heiress of the Hyoudou clan. Issei was the spare heir in case Mari had decided to forego being clan head, and they were baffled by the presence of Dai Hyoudou, who, as they knew it, was the third in line to the Hyoudou clan leadership. When Amaterasu entered the room, all the people in the room stopped their chatter and bowed their heads before Amaterasu told them to be at ease. Amaterasu, distinguished clan heads and heirs and heiresses of the principal clans, welcome back to Kyoto. I called this meeting due to an urgent request from one of the clans, regarding recent events involving the Hyoudou clan. Welcome back to Kyoto. I called this meeting due to an urgent request from one of the clans, regarding recent events involving the Hyoudou clan. Goro and Dai looked up in shock as Amaterasu wanted to speak about their clan specifically. Amaterasu, first of all, where is the heiress of the Hyoudou clan? Mari Hyoudou and spare heir of the clan, Issei Hyoudou. Lord Hyoudou, I'm sure you can give us a good reason as to why they are not present here today, correct? Goro began stuttering with nervousness, as he did not know where Issei and Mari had disappeared to, since to them it's been more than a day since they vanished. Amaterasu, we're waiting for the answer, Lord Hyoudou. Where are Lady Mari and Lord Issei Hyoudou, the people specifically indicated to be your successors after your late father named you head of the clan and designated to be head of the clan after your death or retirement? So I will not ask again, Lord Hyoudou. Where are they? Goro, they are nowhere to be found. MMILL lady. Amaterasu, really, and how is that so? Goro, they suddenly vanished, my lady. They disappeared yesterday. The other clan heads were looking at Goro in astonishment and shock, as they internally were mocking Goro for losing his two eldest children. Amaterasu, they wouldn't just disappear out of thin air without reason. Unless they were abducted, is that what you'd want us to assume? Goru, and no, my lady. Amaterasu, so where'd they go? Goru looked down in shame and anger, cursing Mari and Issei for vanishing into thin air. Amaterasu, I have an idea of what happened. You, Goru Hyoudou, deliberately violated your father's last will and testament, and stripped Mari of her birthright as heiress of the Hyoudou clan and handed it to Dai. Am I correct in my assessment? Goru, why yes. The other clan leaders looked on in shock at what Goru did. Bayako, what was the reason for such an act? What did they do to warrant their rights being taken away? Kaji interjected with an answer. As Goru looked up at his father-in-law with hate in his eyes, Kaji, it was due to the fact that they were born weak. Uryu Nakiri, the heir of the Nakiri clan, interjected with a question to Kaji. Uryu, how would you know that, Kaji, since from what we all know here, your clan and the Hyoudou do not get along? Hell, you even cut contact with your eldest daughter Miki from marrying Goru Hyoudou. So what's with the concern now? You never considered the 4 Hyoudou children as your grandchildren, so why the concern now? Kaji, I acknowledge that was my mistake. I saw clan lines first before family lines, especially since my rivalry with the late Juzo Hyoudou got out of hand and both the Hyoudou and Kishinami clans were left in a state of a perpetual Cold War. But why am I concerned? I heard from one of my men, who was walking in Kyoto, who overheard Mari and Issei, especially their grievances of mistreatment in the clan. Mari was planning to leave the clan that same day with Issei, as she had invested in minor stocks plus a part-time job, and they were looking to relocate to either Tokyo or Osaka. Surayu Kushihashi put a question in as well. Surayu, those two are teenagers, how would they even move away? Amaterasu, from what I was briefed on, Mari had already acquired their transcripts and had filed several transfer requests, which were accepted, and they were set to move. Until they disappeared. For why the Hyoudou thought they were born weak was because they didn't detect a sacred gear or high enough magic reserves in their opinion. The other 4 clan heirs, Shinra, Kushihashi, Duman and Nakiri, looked at Goru with shocked faces. Amaterasu, and this is not a unique problem. Apparently this has happened before, but in the Himejima clan. Tobio Ikuse was born with the Longinus sacred gear, Canis Laikian, and he was expelled from the clan. Am I accurate, Lord Sua Himejima, considering you ignored your late wife Ajiha Himejima ne Ikuse and expelled Tobio for being born with the gear? Sua had a frightened face as Amaterasu called him out as well. Bayako, we have disgraces leading in the 7 principal clans. Amaterasu, as a matter of note, Mari and Issei Hyoudou were not in fact born weak, as per the assumption from the Hyoudou clan. Mari was born a dual Longinus wielder. She holds Telos Karma and Innovative Clear, whilst Issei holds the boosted gear. I'm sure you all know what that means. Surayu, those 2 children have the potential to change the world. They need to be found as quickly as possible. Kaji, that I'm afraid is not possible. When they vanished under a portal, so we don't know if they are even anywhere in the world right now. Bayako, so one man's stupidity and bias against his eldest children when he was specifically told by his father not to do so caused this whole situation. Not to mention a long feud between 2 clans caused the Red Dragon Emperor and dual Longinus wielder and Mari to vanish. Amazing parenting, Goru, congratulations. And do tell us, your chosen replacement for Mari as heir, Dai, what does he have that you replaced him for her? Goru, Dai wields the Crescent Circle gauntlets with the soul of Crom Crutch. Genbu, that's nothing compared to the Red Dragon Emperor. Granted, Crom was an evil dragon who could keep up with Drake and Albion. It still does not excuse the fact that you abandoned your eldest children for the dumbest reason in the world. Amaterasu, alright, that's enough. We'll take time to deliberate. I'll do the same with my brothers. The Hyoudou clan's status as a member of the 7 principal clans will be put under the microscope. The same will be said for the Kishinami clan and the Himejima clan as well. I will not hear any objections from any of you, Sua Himejima or Kaji Kishinami. So, you essentially abandoned family members for out-of-date traditions, even murdered some of them. Your niece Shuri Himejima being the biggest example. Kaji, your feud with the Hyoudou clan essentially cut off options for Issei and Mari, and nobody knows where they are now. 2 children are lost as a result of this. And they possess 3 Longinus sacred gears. No one will know what happened to them, if they fell into the hands of terrorists or not. You are dismissed for now. We'll return in 7 hours, no exceptions. Are we clear? All yes. Goru and Dai left as he gritted his teeth in anger and hatred towards Mari and Issei, as now the Hyoudou clan's reputation was definitely in the mud after they were exposed. Goru, Curse you Mari, curse you Issei, you'll pay for this. Scene change. Hyoudou apartment, Arcadia City, Arcadia, 0:0. Mari, Juniper, and Issei were talking when Issei and Mari sneezed. M/I, achoo. Juniper, are you two okay? Mari, we're fine. Back home, if you randomly sneeze when not sick, it means someone's talking about you. But I'm not sure if I believe that. Juniper, alright, do you have any more questions before I show you the schools that we have in Arcadia? Issei, yeah, I wanted to know what the 4 kingdoms are since you did mention them quite frequently. Juniper, the 4 kingdoms that exist outside of Arcadia: Atlas, Mistral, Vacuo, and Vale. These kingdoms are home to people who aren't of Arcadian origin. They are different from us for many reasons. For one, the Grimm in the kingdoms are not like the Arcadian Grimm. They are not sentient and attack anything in sight. Mari, so how are they dealt with? Juniper, they have people called huntsmen who deal with Grimm. You can say these are legalized, paid mercenaries who take jobs either to hunt Grimm or bring rogue huntsmen to justice. Issei, any reason why Arcadia doesn't have such a system? Juniper, it's due to Arcadia being a heavily militarized country with a strong military culture. I'll explain after showing you the schools. So then, ready to see the schools we provide in Arcadia? Mari, let's see them. Juniper, the Academy, or the Arcadian Academy of Technology, is known to be the best academy for students who aim to vast themselves in technology. The technology they offer here is unbelievable, for those who love to create and invent weapons and gear. They are provided with their own personal lab, and the resources they are given are infinite. They aim for their students to use their technology to do good out there. To enter the academy, there is an exam where you present your creations, as they will be given to a judge's panel, and if they like it, you're in. But they can also enter through recommendation. Mari, knowing you to be a tech whiz, I see, you'd probably fit right at home here. Issei, probably, but who knows, what if I fit in elsewhere? But it may be a better fit for you than me. The Academy for the Strange and Gifted. It's for those whose semblances or magic are unique, new, and cannot be controlled. This is the #1 academy for any kind of abilities. They can turn your weakest ability into a powerful one. In short, help you perfect it. Anyone can get in, but the training is very difficult. With the both of you having your sacred gears, you could potentially go here and discover their potential and your potential as well. Issei, you are correct on that, since we do need to work on our sacred gears. Me especially, since I took longer to unlock mine. Arcane Academy, the #1 academy that will teach you extreme survival training. They will teach you how to survive any terrain in Remnant. The simulation rooms have a feature where they can display the biome of the teacher's choosing. They will also teach you how to survive with only a few sticks. After all, once you lose your weapon, you need to figure out how to survive without it. They'll teach you everything there is to know about surviving. Magellanus Academy, one of the leading academies for those that wish to learn all forms of combat. This academy is one of the more militaristic schools, where they teach you different forms of combat and strategy. But they have a special program there for pilots, piloting the mech division of Arcadia, readying them to join said division. Magic Academy. This academy is also one of the hardest academies to go to, as their entrance exams last a week. Those that get picked are given a rank. By rank, it means the placement of your skills and power in that academy. You continue to grow and learn, your rank goes up. You slack off, it goes down, and if it goes down a lot, you will be expelled. And as you climb up the ranks, you learn harder and more powerful magic skills. And if you want to know, here are the rankings from highest to lowest if you were wondering: adamantite, orichalcum, mithril, platinum, gold, silver, iron, copper. Mari, that's a massive measure of ranking. Juniper, yes it is. The Academy of Carano, an academy for the gifted warriors. This academy allows you to be certified in different classes, where you can choose which style suits you. There is a certification test which allows the student to move up the class of their choosing. They are given a medal that is just plain to signify you just started or picked a class. Then once you take the test, you get upgraded to bronze, then silver, then gold, and finally platinum. They are given a medal that is just plain to signify you just started or picked a class. Then once you take the test, you get upgraded to bronze, then silver, then gold, and finally platinum. Strixhaven, an academy for the more highly intelligent students in Arcadia. The academy teaches you high-level combat, as well as other practices outside of combat such as leadership skills, business, politics, sciences, medicine, and other courses. This academy is extremely difficult to get in. You need a recommendation letter to enter. This academy is extremely difficult to get in. You need a recommendation letter to enter. Academia? The #1 academy in training highly elite warriors. The training here is extremely difficult, but you can come back and try again. The academy welcomes all those that wish to prove themselves. This is the one I wanted to show you since I went with my friends to this school. Mari, your school is this one. Juniper, training is difficult but we make the most of it otherwise. Issei, that's interesting. Juniper, you don't need to rush yourselves when it comes to choosing schools, take your time. Issei, thanks Juniper for helping us with this. Juniper, it's no problem. Do you mind if I see your transcripts? Mari, here. Mari gave Juniper Issei's and her transcripts as they continued to look through the schools and their description that Juniper gave them. Mari, so what do you think I see? Issei, all are good schools and teach practically, especially on what skills will be needed once done with school. Juniper, oh, before I forget, you should know that in Arcadia, there is a mandatory military service requirement for all citizens. Arcadia has a lot of enemies, so the need is there that we may fight foreign invaders. Mari, such as ETs. Juniper, yup, extraterrestrials included. Issei, so how long is the service for? I know basic training is involved and for those who wish to continue they can be specialists or join special teams, correct? Juniper, that's correct Issei. Issei, please just call me Issei. Juniper, right Issei. So the service is around years long, and you are correct about if one wishes to continue they can specialize and join a special task force unit. Mari and Issei continued to read on the schools. As Juniper read through their transcripts as she did so, her eyes widened in shock seeing what they've done in school. Juniper, this has to be insanity. Mari's IQ is 85 and Issei's IQ is 07. They are incredibly intelligent. Top students of their schools. Just what were they on to achieve this much in such a short space of time? Whatever Mari's achieved, Issei's done the same. Whether it was Math Olympiad to Science Olympiad, these two are emulating each other's achievements. Mari sets the pace. Issei follows and usually tops what she's done. Issei, Juniper, you okay? Juniper, yeah, I'm fine, don't worry. Mari, you looked shocked for a minute. Juniper, just read through your transcripts and I'm shocked that you emulate each other's achievements. Whatever Mari has done, you've done it as well, Issei. Issei, well, Mari's is my biggest supporter and driver for everything, so she's my everything. Mari ruffled Issei's hair in happiness as Juniper noticed that Issei mentioned Mari but not their parents. Juniper, what of your parents though? Mari, we've made our choices. Juniper, really, where are you going to go? Issei, we're going to. A week later, Juniper, Mari and Issei were walking together on their way to Academia. The reason the two siblings had chosen a split approach, Issei chose Academia, whilst Mari chose the academy. Both siblings could have chosen any academy, and they would have qualified to be a student at any of them once they proved themselves. But they also chose to go to a second school as well. Mari chose Strixhaven whilst Issei chose the Magic Academy. The reason why each sibling chose to go to a second school was because Mari wanted to learn more on leadership, politics, business, and medicine, whilst Issei opted for the Magic Academy in order to hone in his magic skills, which included water magic and fire magic, which he attained from being the wielder of the boosted gear. Mari had already done her entrance exam to the academy and passed, becoming a student there. Juniper, Issei, are you ready for this? The entrance exam will be extremely difficult. Issei, of course Juniper, I'm ready for this. I didn't come to this academy just to fail. Mari, you got this Issei, kick ass. Issei, thanks Marine. Juniper, the examination room is that way. Mari and I will be watching from the observation deck. Issei, okay. Issei entered the examination room as Mari went to the observation deck where the examination will be overseen by Juniper's sister, Jean Arc. Juniper, hello Jean. Jean, Juniper, good seeing you again. Juniper, this is Mari Hyoudou, Issei's older sister. Mari, this is Jean Arc, my sister, and will be our Uncle Draco's successor as the Supreme General of the Imperial Arcadian Military. She currently holds the rank of High General in the military. Jean, it's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Hyoudou. I must say I'm impressed by your results at the Academy. You're the second highest ranked student in the Academy's history after Galith. Mari, it's no big deal, High General Arc. But please call me Mari. Jean, of course, then you can call me Jean. No need for you to refer to me with military titles. That's for when you join the military. Do tell me something, is your brother ready to take this test? Mari, Yes, I'm confident Issei will get through it, though how many stages are there actually? Jean, there are 0 stages to the exam. Your brother will need to pass 6 of the 0 stages, which amounts to 60% to pass. Mari, alright. Jean then spoke into the intercom system as they saw Issei stretching and warming up. Jean, candidate Issei Hyoudou, welcome to Academia's entrance exam. I'm Jean Arc, High General of the Arcadian military, and I'll be your examiner. There are 0 stages to this examination. In order to pass it, you need to complete 6/0 stages to enter Academia. I am sure you are ready. Issei, I'm ready. Jean, good luck. The first stage begins now. AI intercom system. The Academia entrance exam begins now. Candidate, prepare to begin stage 1 of the examination. The system deployed several droids into the arena which activated and began firing at Issei with their blasters. Issei summoned the boosted gear, boosting 5 times before charging the droids, taking them down with ease, as he fired a dragon shot to destroy several in a single blow. He boosted another few times and transferred the power to his legs as he rushed the remaining droids and took them down with several kicks. AI intercom system. First stage passed by candidate. Prepare for second stage. The system released several arachnid droids as they crawled on the wall, approaching Issei. Issei, spider droids, I can't climb the walls like they can, but I can bring them to the ground and make it a fair fight. Issei summoned water magic as he created a tidal wave, which traveled the walls, bring the spider droids down to the ground, where Issei transitioned his water magic into ice magic around where the spiders were and informed ice spears around them, impaling all of them, to which they deactivated after. AI intercom system. Second stage passed. Prepare for third stage. Issei took a slight breath as he waited for the third stage to deploy, which more droids were deployed. This time they were different as they had a more bulkier look to them. Issei, these droids aren't like the first ones, they are bulkier, meaning they have a stronger armor. But that also means that they are slower to move and maneuver due to that armor. Drag, transfer energy to my legs. If I can outspeed these droids, I have the upper hand on them. Drag, got it partner. Boost, 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 transfer. Issei rushed the droids as they fired bolts at him. Due to his hypothesis of them being heavier and maneuvering being slower, he was able to get behind them and use ice spears to pierce their weaker back armor. AI intercom system. Third stage passed. Prepare for fourth stage. The fourth stage consisted of the room shooting numerous blasters at Issei, which he had to avoid in quick succession, to avoid getting hit. Issei, arg, these things aren't giving me a break. Drag, I see, you need to look for some shutdown mechanism in the room. If you can find it, it'll shut the blasters down and you pass this level. Issei, got it. Drag. Scene change. Observation deck, Academia. Mari, Jean and Juniper were watching Issei as he underwent his entrance exam. Mari had nerves for her younger brother, as Juniper and Jean were impressed with his analysis of the droids and how he was taking them down. Jean, I must say, I'm impressed with the way he's approached the test so far. He's either taken advantage of the weakness of the droids or seen where to attack and gain the upper hand. Juniper, that's true, but as the upper stages approach, it'll get harder. Juniper looked at Mari, who was extremely nervous for Issei. Juniper, Mari, Issei's going to get through it, be hopeful. Mari, it's just this is the first time Issei's taken on a challenge such as this, and I'm forced to observe rather than help him. So I'm extremely nervous for him. As Mari and Juniper talked, the other arcs entered the observation deck. That being Julius, Lupin, Arthur, Galeth, Angel, Elizabeth, and Artemis. Juniper, hello everyone. Angel/Elizabeth, hey June. Galeth, Juniper. Artemis, big sister Junie. Julius, Junie. Arthur/Lupin, June. Angel, so he's the newest candidate for the Academia. Juniper, that's him. This is Mari Hyoudou, Issei's older sister. Mari bowed to greet the other arc siblings. Mari, hello everyone, it's an honor to meet you all. The other arc siblings nodded and responded in greeting as they all turned to look at Issei. Another person entered the room. This was a white-haired woman with blue eyes, wearing a military overall. This was Willow Schnee, Juniper's rival and best friend. Willow, greetings everyone. June, good seeing you again. Juniper, same can be said. Willow, he's the latest to take the entrance exam. Juniper, yeah. Willow, I must say I'm impressed. Not many even get past the exam on the first try, and it looks like he's on the way to doing so. Juniper, yes, Issei's a real wonder. Oh, the woman here is Mari Hyoudou, Issei's older sister. Willow, it's nice to meet you. I heard about you as well. Mari, really? Willow, The fact that you have the second highest score in the Academy's history is something that's bound to get attention anywhere. And the fact that the only person to achieve higher than you is Galeth right here, that's a massive achievement. Mari turned to Galeth, who had a strict and serious aura around him as he was watching Issei's exam stoically. The Deathless then turned to Mari and gave a nod of acknowledgement. As Mari did the same, AI intercom system, 5th stage passed, prepare for 6th stage. Issei was breathing heavily as he waited for the stage which would determine whether he would be a student of Academia or not. He was sweating heavily after getting through the other 2 stages, which involved taking down rogue demons of high-class strength and potential ETs which Arcadia may encounter in the future. Drake, I see, the stage which will determine whether you're a student of Academia or not. Issei, yeah, I get it Drake, I am spent though. Drake, it's due to you being human, you have a lower limit range compared to other supernatural beings. But focus now, this is where it really counts. Issei got it. The AI system deployed a wyvern into the field as Issei rushed the dragon with several boosts still remaining from the previous 2 stages. But the exhaustion was starting to show itself on his face. The wyvern blew fire at Issei, who used his water magic to repel the flames, turning it into steam which made the examination area full of steam and raised the temperature in the room as well. At this point several students had gathered at various windows to watch the examination of Issei. They heard of how one of the people who dropped into Arcadia from Earth was taking his entrance exam at Academia and how it was being assessed by the High General of the Arcadian military. Word quickly spread through the campus and many students appeared to watch what was going on, since they knew how rare it was for a student to pass the Academia entrance exam on the first try. Issei, Drake, I need you to boost my mana output, so I can use the water to overpower the wyvern's fire. Drake, partner, you'll tire yourself out if you do that. Issei, it's a Hail Mary, but it can work. Drake, I need time to get the power up to your needed level. Issei, I'll buy you that time, partner. Issei went for a stick and jab method of fighting, getting the wyvern to chase after him but chasing a goose around. Using primary level fire magic to conserve his energy for the big blast he was readying once Drake had boosted his power to the required level. Scene change observation deck. In the observation deck, most were watching Issei with amusement as he went with a stick and jab method against the wyvern. The Arcs were the most confused by his tactics. But then Mari saw through what he was planning to do. Mari, he's building up a massive attack. Julius, how so? Mari, I'm sure you've been informed on what I see and I wield in our sacred gears. He's allowing Drake time to boost his power before it's transferred to him, and released it all in one attack. Arthur, but that's a massive gamble. And he's already spent out of energy. Mari, that may be true, but with the way he's going there's still something in the tank for him to use. Drake, boost, transfer, there you go, partner, use it. Issei, Issei released a torrential amount of water. The wyvern tried to get back with its own fire blasts, but Issei's water blast was too strong for it as he overwhelmed the dragon and it disappeared. A green light lit up in the examination room. AI intercom system, 6th stage completed. Jean then spoke through the intercom system as Issei was heaving for air lying on the floor as the other students gave an applause for his grit. Jean, Issei, congratulations on passing the 6th stage. With this you are officially a student of Academia. Do you still wish to take on the final 4 stages of the exam? They will not have an effect on your admission status. Issei, yeah I do. I want to push myself as far as I can go. Jean, then there'll be a mandatory 0-minute break for you to regain your bearings before continuing. Scene change observation deck. The Arcs also gave their approval to Issei's achievement of admission to Academia. They also were impressed by his show of heart, strategic acumen and ingenuity. Mari, he wants to go through with the last stages. Juniper, seems like he does want to push himself to his limits. Mari, if he can find it deeper within himself, he can unlock the balance breaker. Elizabeth, what's a balance breaker? Mari, a forbidden form within the sacred gear. It allows the user to push beyond their limits. Lupin, how does it activate? Mari, it activates at times of high emotional turmoil, or if the wielder's life is in danger. Or it can be through heavy training. Though I'm hoping the former two aren't the trigger. Issei sat up as he calmed his breathing down and took time to rest. As he did so, he looked around and saw how many people were watching him. Issei, well, talk about a public exhibition at Drake. Drake, you've still got 4 stages of the examination remaining, so I wouldn't get complacent yet. Issei, true, But I can't believe that this many people came just to see the newest candidate student for academia, that being me. Drake, you've got backing from the Arc family, it's expected. Mari had the same thing as well. Though with you it's more prevalent considering you and the princess are friends right now. Issei okay. But then how close would I be to getting balance breaker from here? Drake, if I'm being honest, you've still got a way to go, but you're progressing well as is. Issei, alright then. Jean, the 30 minutes have elapsed. Prepare for the 7th stage of the exam. Candidate Issei Hyoudou, AI intercom system. 7th stage of the exam begins now. Good luck. Scene change. Intercom room. As Mari and the Arcs were watching Issei take on the 7th stage of the examination, Liam, Alcy, and Draco also entered the observation room. Liam, greetings everyone. Arc siblings, father, mother, Uncle Draco. Mari, Lord Liam, Lady Alcy, Supreme General Draco. Draco, how is he progressing? Elizabeth, he's on the 7th stage of the examination. He's been progressing well. AI intercom system, 7th stage, completed. Prepare for 8th stage. Elizabeth, scratch that 8th stage. Alcy, that's impressive, he's officially a student of academia then. But I believe he's not done, is he? Julius, he really wants to see his limits, hence him continuing with the test. Draco, I am interested in seeing where he ends up. But just passing the exam on the first try is a massive achievement of its own with how rare it's done here in academia. AI intercom system, 8th stage complete. Candidate prepare for stage 9. Issei prepared his boosted gear as a leviathan appeared and began attacking, firing water at the Red Dragon Emperor, which made things a lot tougher for him. Issei, this one is a challenge. Drake, it's basically water versus water, and a leviathan is the master of the water and seas, so you can't face it up in a straight water fight. You'd lose and lose badly, so you have to use fire to fight against it. Issei, well then here we go. The Leviathan blasted water at Issei as he did his best to avoid the direct water blasts. As he tried to use his fire magic to make any dent into the Leviathan's defense, Issei, well that isn't working. The Leviathan hit Issei with a few strong water blasts which pushed him back into the wall, causing an immense dent into the wall and fracturing a few ribs in the process. Juniper cringed at Issei hitting the walls hard as Mari flinched seeing Issei hurt but unable to do anything about it. The other Arcs also shared the pain Issei was feeling, with others flinching, wincing as well. The students also shared the pain. Issei ow. Drake, partner duck. Issei ducked at the last minute from a high-pressure water blast from the Leviathans as he tried to make a quick fire plan to counter its power. But he had one problem. Drake, partner, you're running out of steam and you're doing so at an extremely fast rate. I feel it's best if you stop here. You're already a student of academia. There's no need to keep pushing like this. Issei, Drake, I do not wish to be a burden to anyone, not especially Mari. If I fall, then I'll do so on my own terms. I think we can still beat the Leviathan. There's still one more stage to go. Only a few people have completed the entrance exam in full, Juniper being one of them. I want to be a part of that list, not for the glory or fame or anything like that, but as a benchmark to myself, knowing I can get better and stronger. Aren't we the dragon of domination? Drake, you're pulling on my pride here, partner, but you're right. My issue is I don't want to lose you. You are one of the few that never treated me as a weapon. You talk to me and get my opinion on your actions or on what we're going to do. I don't want to lose you as a partner. I see. Issei, and you won't. Drake, that's a promise. If we go down, let's make sure we do so swinging. How many boosts do I have left? Drake, at best /6 boosts and you're done. Issei, we'll make something of it. Issei began to summon fire magic as he tried to find a weak spot. Elizabeth, why isn't he stopping? He's tired. Look at him. Mari, his pride won't allow him to. Liam, what do you mean, Mari? Mari, don't get me wrong. Issei is extremely humble, but in this case, his pride is going to get the best of him. By having Drake, he's already part dragon. Juniper, a dragon holds their pride above anything else. That's something I know well. Even father. But how does it factor in this case? Mari, he'd want to prove that he can hack it with the best of the best, and him knowing that you were one of the few to complete the exam, stage -0, he wants to emulate that achievement as well. The same way he's emulated my own achievements as well. It's often his best trait at times. He looks up to exceptional people and wants to excel and perhaps surpass them, but it's also his worst trait as well. Juniper, he wants to emulate you as well, but it's also a statement of intent that he wants to surpass you as well. Juniper had a look of shock as the other Arcs had a surprised look and intrigued at Issei's goal. Liam and Issei were the ones most intrigued since it did remind them of Juniper wanting to be the best from a younger age. Draco, that's the problem. By reaching stage 9, he's already in the top 0 of Academia's strongest at entrance. It's extremely rare that anyone would go further than 6th stage, but reaching 9 or 0 is something that is usually unheard of, hence why it's always a spectacle whenever someone takes the entrance exam here. Scene change test field. Issei was being pushed back by the Leviathan as he put up a field of fire to defend himself from the water blast. Drake was boosting him for the last few times. Drake, partner, these are the final boosts I can give you. From here, the gear will reset and you'll collapse. Any further your heart will collapse from the strain. Issei. Alright Drake. Issei started to try and push his way out of the situation he was in. As one fire blast blinded the Leviathan's right eye, which made it stop its water blasts. Seeing a chance, Issei went to attack the blind spot he created. As he went up the Leviathan, he was about to attack when he felt something pierce his chest around his heart. Drake, partner. Issei, DD Drake. Scene change observation deck. The Arcs, with Willow and Mari, saw the blind spot he created and how he was about to attack it when it happened. They all saw blood dripping from Issei's chest and back as the barbed tail of the Leviathan pierced through him. As they all looked in shock and horror, Mari, Issei, Liam, Jean, shut down the test. Jean did as her father said as there were resounding gasps of horror and shock in the room, with other students holding their hands up to their mouths in horror. The Leviathan disappeared as Issei dropped to the floor with a sickening thud which he began coughing blood. Issei, WW what HH happened? Drake, partner you're dying. Issei, WW was it the LL Leviathan? Drake, yes. The other Arcs entered the testing field with medics with Mari, which Issei began applying healing magic to try and save him. Mari, Issei, please don't die. Please don't die. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't with me. Please don't die, please. Liam, Mari, let Issei heal him. The Arcadian Emperor pulled Mari to her feet as she cried for her younger brother, as she cried on his chest whilst he tried to comfort him as best as he could. Issei, it's not working. His heart is too damaged, combined with the exhaustion he already has. The boosted gear then appeared as Drake began speaking. Drake, the Empress is right. His body won't take in any healing due to his exhaustion. Mari, Drake, don't tell me he's going to die. Please, you know he's the only one I've got left. Drake couldn't bear to hear Mari's pleas as they hurt him as well. Until one thing came to his head. Drake, there is a way, but it's likely he may not survive. It's slim chances that he may survive. Juniper, what is it? Drake, I dragonify his heart and turn his damaged heart into a dragon's heart. Naturally his other limbs will follow along with time and become draconic as well. That's the best option I can think of right now. But if I dragonify his heart, that'd made him into at least a quarter dragon if not a halfling. Mari, do it Drake, anything to save my little brother. Juniper, I'll help enhance it and give it a higher chance of success. Liam, let me do the same. Issei took Mari and assured her that Issei would be fine. As Drake began the dragonification of Issei's heart, Juniper and Liam added their own dragon magic to increase the chances of success. 5 minutes after he went down, they were still pouring everything they could to dragonify his heart when they made a crucial breakthrough. Drake, Liam, Juniper, stop, his heart will take over from here. Get him to a medical facility where he can recover. Julius, Elizabeth, Jean and Juniper placed him on a gurney as he was wheeled out of the testing area and to a hospital with Mari following them. Issei went with them to support Mari. The other students were told to disperse, as Draco and Liam were left to wonder what happened. Draco, this has never happened before. Liam, it nearly killed Issei for good measure. We need to figure out what went wrong and how we can fix it. Draco agreed. On Earth-DxD, Amaterasu's palace, Kyoto, Japan 0:0. All 7 principal clans were present along with their heirs and heiresses as Amaterasu, Susanoo and Tsukuyomi as the meeting began. Amaterasu, welcome back. Last time we were here, I informed all of you that we'd be placing the Hyoudou, Kishinami and Himejima clans under the microscope and seeing whether they should still be a part of the principal clans or not. Susanoo, after numerous consultations especially with the other 4 principal clans not involved in this situation or named for their opinions as well on the situation, and we have come to a decision. Tsukuyomi, firstly, we will start with the Kishinami clan. The Kishinami clan in their cold war with the Hyoudou clan ended up cutting off a way for the heirs Mari and Issei Hyoudou to escape their abuse and make a home with their maternal clan. Additionally, this cold war has brought the principal clans into disrepute. So therefore, the Kishinami clan will be placed in a probationary period of an undisclosed amount of time. They will not be a part of any meetings involving the principal clans and us until we have determined that it's enough time that the period has ended and the clan can return. Is that clear, Kaji Kishinami? Haruka Kishinami. Haruka, yes it is, Lord Tsukuyumi, Lord Susanoo, Lady Amaterasu. Tsukuyumi, now to the Himejima clan, the clan's actions, including the exile of Tobio Ikyu's, who is a wielder of a Longinus sacred gear, and the murder of Shuri Himejima, which was ordered by you, Sua Himejima, murdering your own family member, simply due to the fact that she made her own choice in terms of how she was to live her life. Which she did when she married the fallen Cadre Barakil and having a child with him, that being Akino, who now is missing and her location is not known, is something we've deeply frowned upon. As a result of the actions taken by the Himejima clan, we have decided that the Himejima clan will be expelled from the principal clans effective immediately. There will be no discussion on this decision, sir, but my lord, Tsukuyumi, I said no discussions will be held on this decision. We spoke with Shuri Himejima in the Heavenly Plains and she gave a very detailed description of what happened, including how she was stabbed to death. Her daughter vanished as well, and now she is with the Devil faction and under the Gremory clan when you tried to kill her again, and only Suzaku Himejima, the heiress of the clan, took the time to visit her aunt and cousin and cared not for Akino's heritage and Shuri's marriage and cared for her family. Guards removed them from the premises. Lady Suzaku, my deepest apologies for this, but your grand uncle is basically the face of the clan and this is something we cannot condone. We are aware of how you have been trying to make amends with Tobio and Barakil. But this is something which can spiral out of control. We will keep contact with you on any changes. Suzaku, thank you, Lord Tsukuyumi. I understand your decision. Sua was escorted out as Suzaku walked out with a scowl at her uncle, as his actions have now hurt the clan, and they've been disgraced and embarrassed badly by the Shinto gods. The Hyoudou were now fearing what was to happen to them as a principal clan, as they know that they've already been disgraced by being exposed as mistreating Mari and Issei and disregarded Juzo's last wishes and ignored what he wanted after he died. Tsukuyumi, and finally the Hyoudou clan, the whole reason why we had these meetings and discussions. You've disgraced Juzo's memory by your actions, which caused the disappearance of your eldest children, Mari and Issei, who Juzo explicitly stated are to be heiress and second heir. Not only that, you deemed them weak and were planning to expel them from the clan, to the point they made plans to move away to another city to get away from you. And if you had found out that they had their gears, you would have treated them as if they were tools and expanded your influence. After significant deliberations, we have decided on the Hyoudou clan's status as a principal clan. We have decided on these following actions. Scene change: Arcadian Hospital, Arcadia City, Arcadia. Month later, 9 o'clock. Issei had been in a coma for a month after his near-fatal fight with the Leviathan in his entrance exam at Academia, which, after Drag with the assistance of Liam and Juniper, was able to dragonify his heart and keep him alive. Mari had been consistently and constantly coming to her brother's hospital room and sitting there for hours and hoping that Issei would wake up. At times Juniper would come and spend time watching Issei and also keep Mari company as well. Mari as well, whilst watching and waiting for her brother to wake up, started to work on her projects for school. As she'd been acclimatizing a bit slower, mostly due to the worry she had for Issei, but she'd been doing fine at school. Luckily she had one of the arcs who knew what the situation was around her and Issei, which was Galeth, as they went to the same classes together, and he was able to help her get up to speed quicker with how things worked at the Academy of Technology. As she was seated in her brother's intensive care room, she was working on an energy source which would change how things would be powered, especially mech suits. Mari, hey Issei, it's me again. I'm checking on how you're doing right now. It's been a month now since you almost died in your entrance exam at Academia. Drake said that your heart has been turned to a dragon's one so you could survive. Juniper and Liam helped as well. School has been good. I'm currently working on a project which could change how energy is sourced. I'm calling it the Arc Reactor. It's part of a larger project I'm working on. It may also help power suits of armor which can be used in fighting as well. But this would be a newer, cleaner source of energy. I've also been accepted at Strixhaven. I've started there as well. Despite the concern of me going to 2 schools, I told them I could handle it. Julius has been helping me there. We've become good friends and constantly asked about your condition. Mari's tears began to fall as she held her brother's right hand as she begged with a silent whisper. Mari, I hope you wake up soon. I just can't bear to lose you. You're my only family I've got remaining. Please wake up, I know you can. Fight your way to recovery, please. Issei. Scene changed mindscape, 9:5. Issei was walking around a white void when the area suddenly was surrounded with flames as a western red dragon with golden spikes appeared. Issei, Drake, partner, I'm glad to see that you're still with us. Issei, what happened? Drake, you almost died. During the Academia entrance exam on the 9th stage, you were impaled by the Leviathan with it impaling you through your heart. Issei held his chest in shock as Drake continued to explain. Drake, the reason you're alive right now is because your heart had to be dragonified. In the time you've been in the coma, your internal organs including lungs, stomach and others also dragonified as your heart pumped. Luckily you were out so it wouldn't be painful. Over the last few hours, your brain became draconic. The princess and emperor also helped by applying their own magic to ensure that the dragonification was successful. Issei, I see. Juniper's been extremely kind to both me and Mari since we've arrived and had helped us settle into life in Arcadia. The Arcs as a family in its whole. Drake, there'll be significant improvements in your senses, including sight, smell and hearing. Issei, what about my biological composition? I know I'm now a hybrid of a dragon and a human. Drake, you are now 75% dragon and 5% human, though as time goes on you'll become a full-blooded dragon. Initially I thought you'd be a halfling, but with your dragon heart, more organs turned into dragon organs, so it'll be a continuous process until you're a full dragon. Issei, I see. Drake, I'd love to talk more, but your older sister is sitting next to you waiting for you to wake up. We'll talk again soon. Issei, of course, partner. Drake, welcome back. Scene change Arcadian Hospital, Arcadia City, 5. As Mari was about to doze off while sitting on the chair as Issei's right hand twitched, which got her attention, Juniper also came into the room with Julius to check on Mari and see how Issei's condition was. Mari, I see. Juniper, Mari. His hand twitched, I felt it. Julius, are you sure? Mari, yes. Juniper held his left hand and got the same reaction. Juniper, I'll call the doctor. Julius and Mari were watching for any further movements from Issei as the doctor came in with Juniper as Issei's eyes fluttered open, though at a gentle pace. Mari, I see you're up. Issei gave a gentle smile to Mari as he squeezed her hand gently, a knowing signal that he'd be fine. Doctor, Ms. Hyoudou, may I check on him? Mari, yes, of course. Julius called Liam and Alcée to inform them about the good news about Issei. Call outgoing mother. Alcée, Julius, any news on Issei? Julius, yes, he's awake. The doctors are just checking on him now. Liam, that's good news, we'll come to visit in the morning. Julius, of course, mother, father. Call ended. Doctor, so, he's almost fully recovered, but I'd want him to take the week off before starting at school. I know he's been admitted to academia, but since his biological composition has changed from human to mostly dragon, there needs to be time for him to adjust to the new changes. He can be discharged tomorrow. Juniper, thank you, Doctor. Mari, Drake said that Juniper, himself and Lord Liam had to dragonify his heart to save him. Issei. But before I woke up, Marine, Drake informed me that more of my organs turned draconic due to my heart. That includes most of my internal organs, eyes, nose, etc. And by the look of it, my limbs have as well. Juniper. Oh yeah, your arms are growing scales which are color red. And your eye color has changed as well from brown to a blue-green with slits. Drake. He took on some traits of mine, such as the red scales and the green eye color. The blue eye color comes from you, Juniper. Juniper, that's interesting. Seems like your hair will remain brown though. Julius, mother and father will come to see you tomorrow, so be prepared for that. Issei, oh yeah? Hey, what's that, Marine? Issei pointed at the arc reactor she was working on. Mari, oh, it's just a project I've been working on at the Academy of Technology. Perhaps another new energy source that can be created. Issei, really, what's it called? Mari, an arc reactor. Julius and Juniper had a snicker of laughs at the name of the project Mari was working on. Mari, oh shut it, you two. So it can be an alternative energy source, and I'm also working on a suit which it would power. Julius, that's interesting. You got a concept of the suit we can see. Mari, I've only got a rough sketch of the suit. But here it is. Mari pulled out her scroll and showed Juniper and Julius a rough sketch of the suit she was planning, then passed it to Issei. Issei, that looks good. If you're planning this, you should also account for extremes that the suit may encounter. Mari, I'll take that into consideration, smartass. Issei stuck a tongue out at Mari as she pouted at Issei's teasing. Mari, I'd love to stay longer, but we can't stay longer now. Visiting hours are over. Issei, oh, Juniper, you'll be alright, I see. Julius, we'll see you tomorrow. Issei nodded as Mari hit him on the forehead as they left. Mari, sleep well, little brother. Issei, you too, big sister. Night, Julius. Juniper, night, I see. Julius, good night, Issei. Scene change. Hyoudou clan compound 0:0. Goru, Miki, Kuroimi, Shirfo and Izumo were seated discussing the aftermath of the meeting with the Shinto Trinity. All of them were angered by what the outcome of the meeting was as Shirfo slammed his hand on the table. Shirfo, those damned disgraces, first they vanished to Kami knows where, next thing the Shinto gods know thanks to the ing Kishinami, and now the clan is disgraced thanks to being embarrassed in front of the other clans, and now we've been expelled from the principal clans. Goru, it's frustrating, the Kishinami are putting their noses where they don't belong. Izumo, and they got off light with probation. What is that? Miki, according to Tsukuyami, their fault was cutting off paths for those damned kids. Plus his fight with father. Kuroimi, what do we do now? Goru, I have a recourse with Surzex Lucifer, he can help us. I'll contact him. Miki, for what price? Goru, basically he wants Dai to join his sister Rias. This can work well for us though, we can get closer to Surzex, who's the devil king Lucifer. If we can engage Dai, the heir of the clan to the heiress of the Gremry clan Rias, imagine the possibilities that'll open for us. The Shinto faction won't be able to ignore us for long. They'll beg for us to come back to the principal clans. Kuroimi, but is there something else in play, ain't there? Goru, first he wants to break the engagement between his sister and Riser Phoenix. Then we can move from there. Anything else can be discussed off the record. Kuroimi, but joining those bats. Goru, it'll work out. Now do we agree? Miki, I agree. Izumo seconded. Shirfo, I agree. Kuroimi, fine, I agree. All five agreed to Goru's proposal, though Kuroimi agreed reluctantly to it, not wanting to associate with the devils. Next day, Arcadian Hospital, Arcadia City, 0:0. Mari had come to the hospital to see her brother, Juniper, Julius, Liam and Alcee came along to see how Issei was doing. Mari had also brought a change of clothes for him as he was about to be discharged. Liam, how are you doing, Issei? Issei, I'm alright, Liam, thank you. I'm still adjusting to the changes, since I can smell the cleaning equipment from here. Alcee, and it's far down the hall close to the elevator. Juniper, you'll get used to it. Liam, Juniper's told us you need to rest before you start at academia, which will be in a week's time, so no overworking yourself. Are we clear? Issei, yes sir. Liam, good. We already nearly lost you once, can't do so again. Juniper was saddened when you went down. Juniper, Dad. Juniper covered her face with a slight blush on her face as Liam teased her. Mari and Julius had a slight snicker at the blushing crown princess. Liam, what it's the truth. Alcee, now, dear, no need to embarrass our daughter like that. Mari, you'll be discharged today, I see, so I brought some clothes for you to change in. Mari brought black track pants, a white t-shirt, and white sneakers along with a black jacket for her brother. Alcee, also Mari. Mari, yes. Alcee, how if you and Issei come over for dinner? It will represent a way for you to meet the other siblings as well. They've seen you in action though they haven't met you personally, especially Issei. Issei and Mari looked at each other and nodded. Mari, we'll be happy and honored to be invited over to the Arc Mansion for dinner. Alcee, good then, we'll see you at dinner. Liam, see you later everyone. Julius/Juniper, later Dad. Mari, see you this evening. Issei waved the Arc Matriarch and Patriarch farewell as they left the hospital. A doctor entered the room and bowed to Juniper and Julius as she brought the discharge papers for Issei. Doctor, here are the discharge papers for Mr. Hyoudou. We just need you to sign here. Mari signed the discharge papers but saw another place where another signature other than hers was needed. Mari, there's a place where another signature other than mine is needed. Juniper, let me sign that. Mari, thanks Junie. Juniper, no problem. The quartet left as Julius went back home whilst Mari, Juniper and Issei returned to the Hyoudou apartment. Scene change. Hyoudou apartment, Arcadia City. Shocked. The trio then arrived at the apartment as they sat on the kitchen table as Mari prepared brunch. Issei, so Junie, are we expected to wear formal attire for the dinner at your family residence this evening? Juniper, I believe semi-formal is fine. It's not really a formal banquet, just a dinner invitation. Mari, but it's dinner with the Emperor and Empress, plus the Imperial family including you. Juniper, it's not really that big a deal, just a blue jean with a blazer and tie is fine with some white sneakers. Mari could wear the same thing with a formal top as well with a skirt. It's no big deal. Issei, oh okay, Mari, there you go. I hope it goes well. Here's lunch, miso fried rice. Issei and Juniper dug into lunch, and the Arcadian princess was enjoying the food Mari cooked, much to the amusement of the Hyoudou siblings. Juniper, Issei, enjoying the food, Junie? Juniper nodded in agreement as she continued to dig in. Issei and Mari also ate their food. Juniper, Mari, I need the recipe for this, it's so good. Mari, I'll send it to you via scroll, is that fine? Juniper, sure, that's fine. 5 minutes later, Juniper was standing at the door as she was leaving for home. Juniper, so I'll come over to get you at around 6 p.m. to get you. Issei, alright, see you then. Juniper left as Issei and Mari conversed on what they were going to wear for dinner, since they knew it would be semi-formal. Thanks for watching this video. You really enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, and comment down below, and turn on that bell notification. Don't forget to support and follow Untested Associate 24 for writing that awesome fanfic, and also make sure to comment on this story, link in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye.